Thank you guys for coming today. Sorry about the gale force winds. Next time I'll order better weather. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, which is why we're all gathered here today. It does my heart so much good to see so many people. So I very much appreciate all of you taking what is probably your lunch break to hang out in the wind. Our purpose here today is to bring out awareness to the resources that we have in our community and to build a collaboration amongst all of us to help better prevent child abuse moving forward. Prevention is hard work, but it's also heart work. And I think we've got all the heart we could possibly have standing right here to help our community move forward. This was a joint effort by all, even at the very last minute. So I appreciate all you guys have done to help support us at the judge's office for getting this off the ground and making this the first of many, many times that we do this. Today's colors are going to be presented by East Surrey High School Army JROTC.
Raise and up.
Please join me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the fight that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Up. Right. Hey. Right shoulder. Up. Forward. Up.
It's so great to see such a great crowd out here today. Certainly appreciate everyone taking their time to come and commemorate Child Abuse Awareness Prevention Month. Lindsay Moose has done a wonderful job, and thank you to her for organizing this great event. I'm Bill Southern. I'm the Chief District Court Judge here in Surrey County, and again, appreciate everyone coming out today. I wanted to recognize other community contributions that are throughout Surrey County. As you go through the month of April, you're going to see pinwheels out and planting pinwheel gardens across the county to represent the effort to stop child abuse and neglect throughout Surrey County and across the state of North Carolina through Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. And appreciate the cities and the county commissioners recognizing through their proclamations the importance of Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. Not only here in Surrey County, but across the state of North Carolina as well. And I understand that the Mount Airy News is also interviewing 4 of our youth service agencies so that they can share what their services in the community are doing and to give thanks to their employees for their passion for helping our youth. So we certainly appreciate that, as well as all of the pinwheel gardens that you're going to see, not only here locally in Dobson, but across the county as well.
I'm going to introduce our next speaker. Kristen DeMars O'Brien is the Director of Communications and Marketing from the statewide organization Positive Childhood Alliance, formerly Prevent Child Abuse North Carolina. She has been leading the organization's public awareness and communication events, including the statewide Child Abuse Prevention Month campaign for over 10 years. If you would give her a warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good afternoon. Thank you for being here today and for inviting me to come out and speak in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month, which takes place every April across the nation. Child Abuse Prevention Month is a time when organizations, civic groups, schools, businesses, policymakers, faith communities, Bikers Against Child Abuse, and community members across North Carolina and our nation come together to focus on creating partnerships to prevent child maltreatment from ever occurring, and the importance of building hopeful futures for children and families. This year's theme is Building a Hopeful Future Together, and it underscores the collaborative effort that's needed to ensure a brighter tomorrow for our children and families. It's crucial that we recognize the vital role each of us plays in preventing child abuse and neglect before it ever occurs. It's not just the responsibility of one organization, one person, or one agency, but a collective duty that every single adult shares. This Child Abuse Prevention Month, our focus is on fostering hope for children and families within our very own communities. Through collaboration and partnership, we can create supportive environments that uplift families and promote positive childhood experiences that can buffer and mitigate the impact of adverse childhood experiences. We believe every child deserves to grow up in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. And we also know that our vision can only become a reality if we address the systemic barriers that leave some families behind and hinder children's overall well-being. Strong communities are built on stable foundations, and addressing those underlying causes of health and social disparities is essential. It's the very first step. By proactively challenging injustice and inequities, we can create a more hopeful and thriving society for all children and their families. Throughout April, we're not just raising awareness, we're actively building the well-being of our nation's children and families by having these conversations and bringing it to light. This means addressing those root causes of child maltreatment and creating the supportive environments for families before they reach crisis points. All families face challenges at some point or another, and multiple stressors can overload parents and caregivers, and that affects their ability to effectively care for and nurture for their children. That's why it's so important to ensure that families have access to the support and resources that they need when they need them, free of bias. At Positive Childhood Alliance North Carolina, formerly Prevent Child Abuse North Carolina, we provide essential support and coaching to the professionals who work directly with children and families. We build a better understanding of what's needed for families so that they can help their children thrive. And we advocate for the policies that put families first, all of which helps reduce that overload of stress. We invite you to continue showing your support throughout the month and even after the month, after today's event, by volunteering for those local programs and agencies that Lindsay mentioned, or participating in a digital advocacy day on Tuesday, April 16th on social media by contacting your elected officials and telling them and asking them what policies they're supporting that put children and families first. And also by becoming a Positive Childhood ally with us on Giving Day, which is April 23rd. Every action counts in our efforts to create a brighter future for children. You can learn more about how to get involved by visiting positivechildhoodalliancenc.org. As we commemorate Child Abuse Prevention Month 2024, let's remember that building hopeful futures happens in partnership. Thank you to Surry County leaders and community members for your collaboration on this event. I'm excited to hear it's the first of many, and we will be back, and for inviting me to speak today. Positive Childhood Alliance North Carolina is grateful for your partnership in building hopeful futures for your county's children. Thank you.
Child abuse affects each and every one of us. I think you can look around at the size of this crowd today and you see faces of people who represent many different community members, stakeholders, not only here in Dobson and what we do at the courthouse, but there are so many other people here who are here because you care about what child abuse means in Surry County and across the state of North Carolina, and ways that you can advocate to prevent child abuse. I think probably one of the more important parts of that, and if you'll indulge me for a moment, I would like to point this out. Everyone here today can plant a pinwheel. Everyone here today can work in your communities to end child abuse. But probably one of the more important things that doesn't get stated often enough, that each and every one of us can do, no matter who you are or what you have going on in your life, is we can all work together to break the stigma of child abuse. Families who need services aren't necessarily families who have gotten that way overnight, right? They've made choices, unfortunately, that have resulted maybe in a court hearing down at the courthouse, or have resulted in the Department of Social Services becoming involved with their family. But the stigma of what that means for their family can be a lifelong impact, not only on the families, but also, more importantly, on the children. Breaking that cycle of and that stigma that's attached to it is probably something that we can, as advocates and who are passionate about what Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month means, we can help to spread that message in our communities, in our homes, in our everyday lives. And so certainly the children who are impacted by that, unfortunately that stigma is something that they carry around their neck, and they are, as we all know, victims in the truest sense. Thank you all so much for the opportunity to come out today and share this event. We are passing out bells for everyone, and we're going to go ahead and begin our bell ringing, if the wind will cooperate. We ring the bell to notify everyone for a period of 60 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and do that, but invite you all to share in that. Raise your bell high, and we'll let you know when that 60 seconds goes off. Ready? That's it. Thank you. It's a lot longer than you think it is. Thank you all so much for coming out today and helping us to spread this message, not only today, but throughout the month of April and all year long. We really do appreciate this wonderful crowd. But thank you so much for being here today.